Hello and welcome back to the Deskwarmers Podcast. My name is Matthew.
And I'm Ike. Hey, everyone.
Ike, it was a very wonderful day here in Kansas City. How was your day?
It was good. I actually watched some golf live.
No way.
Very intriguing sport. People cheer when they get close to the hole, not when they get in the hole, which I think is a little interesting. But
that is,
you
would think it would be the other way around.
Right? I was disappointed.
I saw Happy Gilmore 2. Were there any explosions on the golf course?
The closest thing I saw was someone hit the pin, the whole pin. It was like
someone hit the flag?
Yeah, that was crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, interesting.
I have a very brief gripe though, before we get into it. I went to Kansas City's River Market. They have Sunday and Saturday farmers market. We're recording this on a Saturday. I went to the Saturday farmers market and someone at the stall was selling Japanese drinks. And I'm like, oh, this is
CC Lemon.
This is awesome. I love Japanese drinks. And I got something I hadn't gotten in a long time. It was the green tea, the oi ocha.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know that? Well, it was $3.55, which I did the math, making it 523 yen. I think, that's so expensive.
My brain is just twisted, though. When you said that, I was like, that's a good deal. That's a good price.
For 350?
Yeah.
But in yen, it's over 500 yen, which is criminal. You would not be able to sell that for over 500 yen. Maybe on Mount Fuji.
I wouldn't pay over 200 yen for some dirty water anyway.
Okay, we don't have to talk about that.
Beside the point.
Matthew, what we do
want a guest. I beat you to it.
What we do want to talk about is our our latest guest to the Deskwarmers Podcast. Everyone, please welcome Daytona.
Hi, Daytona.
For Daytona.
Hello, everyone.
Daytona,
I'm finally here.
It's so wonderful to have you finally here because we've been trying to get you on this podcast for so long.
Yeah, he's been
mentioned often.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm a legend in the community. I don't know.
You are. I know I bring you up a lot because we hung out after Ike left, but yes. You do come up often in the stories, some of the stories that I tell, and Ike as well.
Yeah. And I actually never met Daytona because he was my successor, which... was very interesting. So we can talk more about that as well.
Of course. And yes, I've heard so much about Ike, and yet I'd never met him. So many a story.
Yeah, we'll have a good episode today.
Yeah, well, first off, Daytona, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? If you want to divulge some personal information, however far you want to go with that. But at the end, wrap it up. Tell us how you joined the JET program.
Sure. So I was born on a cold Sunday afternoon. Yeah, no. I'm 26. I'm originally from Iowa. Graduated University of Northern Iowa. I studied education, specifically social sciences. And as for my finding JET and getting onto that, like many others, I watched YouTube. Saw so much about Japan, of course, Chris Broad and stuff like that, and heard about the JET program and decided I'm already going to teach someday, so why don't I try my hand at international teaching?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah.
If only you had a YouTuber like the Deskwarmers at that time, but
yeah,
unlucky.
We would have been so helpful for a aspirational young Daytona.
Honestly, yeah, it would have been. But I
very
think that's
cool.
Part of the experience.
Yeah. Well, part of the experience is kind of going in blind.
Yes.
You can do a lot of preparation before coming to Japan, whether on the JET program or as an ALT in some other capacity or after-school teacher. You can do as much preparation as possible, but there's always that element of stuff you're not going to know.
Yes, and there's no solid answers. It's just you're researching, you're looking things up, you're hearing rumors and talking to people, and it's all just too stressful.
Yeah, and you can be negative about it, or you can just say, hey, many situations are similar. I'm going to gain as much knowledge as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
MSAS is the key.
MSAS. I had to throw it in there.
But I can definitely agree with that, since especially for me, all I knew was the location, right? And beyond that, it was kind of an unknown, since I was kind of deferred applicant, or like deferred acceptance. And then I also left kind of at a weird time as well. So
Yeah.
Daytona, you came in a little bit later than the typical like arrival time, right?
Yeah, so I came in, I guess, significantly later. I arrived in October.
Wow.
October
Yeah.
2nd. I landed in my placement, Kumamoto. And yeah, I got the email maybe in June, July. So it was a couple months of preparation, but still pretty quick considering.
And yeah, I think this might be on the topic of everyone's minds, because if you are in the ALT, or if you are in the JET program, I should say, as an ALT or a CIR, then if you're currently going to Japan, like current applicants are there now. At least in Group A. I think Group B leaves tomorrow. We're filming this on Saturday, so maybe Monday they depart. So this is fresh in everybody's minds. If you are listening and you are a new arrival to Japan, welcome. I think one thing that we want to do with this episode is go over just kind of what to expect and like what to do first and foremost. That sort of thing. Just I don't know. I know you two both had very non-standard arrivals.
Maybe yours was a little more standard, but I know for us, I mean, the three of us, we were all prefectural ALTs, so we were all working at kind of high schools or the high school, middle school combos. But I feel like for us, the amount of resources provided was a little bit varying, but when I arrived, I basically had no contact with anyone prior. I was able to message my predecessor some emails about like if I needed a car and if I needed, what to bring type of thing. So that was helpful. I never heard from Daytona though, so maybe he, had someone else help him out a little bit. But I know that part was at least helpful getting the information started. But
so if I can step in a little,
Yes.
I had, before coming to Japan, just being in my hometown still, I had zero JET people to talk to. It was just my Tantosha or advisor at the time, and a lot of questions I asked were basically like, I can't answer that. I have no idea. And so I had no one with experience on the JET program to ask questions or get information from. So it was just blind.
Yeah. I don't think you're alone there either.
You're not. Unfortunately, this happens quite often. For some reason, the program hires people, especially in emergency situations where someone chokes on a piece of beef and decides he wants to leave the country.
I wondered if that story was public knowledge.
Yeah, no, it is. Unfortunately, due to some reasons, they don't like talking about the hiring process, at least from the program standpoint, when it's still going on. Like, information about where you're getting placed, like, because I think it's still all up in the air, and they don't want to promise people things. So usually when you're asking questions, a lot of the time people either don't know the answer or it's too early to tell you the answer, like, where am I going to go? Or will I have access to a car when I get there? Or, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, I agree. And I know that it really varies, right? How much you're actually support you get from either your community,
Absolutely.
your teachers, or your other like ALTs. So I know for me, I've talked about it before on previous episodes, like when I arrived and got to my apartment, which I guess Daytona and I had the same apartment, which is kind of funny.
Yes.
Just to think about, but I had nothing, right? And I literally didn't even have lights in the ceiling. I had to buy my own lights. So hopefully those stayed for you, Daytona, but my Tantosha when I was leaving did take the stove, which was left for me. So that was kind of crazy. I remember him wearing like a very clean white shirt and picking up this stove that I had probably never cleaned and just getting so much like grease and oil. Like there was literally like these like dark orange stains.
Enchilada oil.
Like who knows if those ever came out.
Chimichanga oil.
He's just abducting my stove and I'm like, why do you need to take that? Like, is that necessary to, like, I don't know. It was ridiculous to me, like, how much they had to take. So,
I still have lights. Don't worry.
You have lights. Did you get the stove back?
No, I never got it. I had to buy my own stove.
See? It's ridiculous. Like, what do they do with it? Why do they need to take it in the first place?
Yeah, Daytona, I want to talk about your arrival, actually, because at the time, I was the area leader. Me and Steven were the area leaders. And, you know, you would think at least the prefecture would tell an area leader if someone new was going to be in their area. Unfortunately, this did not happen. Or I think I found out the day before. And I had been emailing our prefectural advisors, like, you know, back and forth. I'm like, hey, when Ike's replacement gets here, please let me know a little before time because, you know, we want to make sure he or she has like a really good, you know, welcome and like we can take them out to dinner and like make sure they have access to his car or you know, get stuff ready, like whatever they need as soon as they get here. And the area or the prefectural advisor is like, yes, okay, we can do that. And then I think you were already in Tokyo when I just happened to randomly out of the blue being like, hey, where's our guy? Because I think he was supposed to be coming like in a week or so. And they're like, oh, no, he's on his way tomorrow. So what was that like for you?
Well, I was going to say, we've never actually compared the timelines here, so maybe this will be interesting.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll just give you from zero. All right, so, of course, 16-hour flight to Japan, of course. I landed in Tokyo, and we immediately went to the hotel, went to bed. I didn't do anything except, like, text some people. It was just exhausting, of course.
Yeah.
And then the next day, maybe 6 a.m, we got on a bus for like 40 minutes and went to a office place, some building, some generic glass building, you know. And we had about a 50-minute orientation where they gave us just the bare bones, quickest stuff they could do. We asked them questions, of course. And then immediately...
How many people were in your arrival group, if you don't mind me asking as well?
So my specific, I'll just say Chicago group was 4 people total, including me.
Yeah.
Total in that room, once we got to Japan, Tokyo, whatever, was maybe a classroom worth, maybe like 20, 25 people.
Sure.
Kind of all the later come-ins, the fill-ins, I guess, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, like a 50-minute hour orientation and immediately to the airport to fly over. And I landed in Kumamoto maybe 3, 4 o'clock by then.
Okay, and
Wow.
was this in October or when was this?
This would have been, yes, I think like October 1st in America. I landed, October 2nd. Wow. Whatever that would be.
Okay. So,
very short is what we're hearing.
So you're in Kumamoto.
Yes.
You arrive at our very wonderful new airport.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I was too tired. I can't remember most of it, honestly.
Sure. Okay.
I remember the prefectural advisor at the time was there, and my vice principal and my tantosha, and that was it.
Royal treatment. Okay, at least they had some people come and
you
pick
got
you
the
up.
vice principal to pick you up. I just had my tantosha. Wow. Okay. All right.
I guess I'm fancy.
Yeah.
Did they take you immediately to the school?
Yeah. So we immediately left the airport, went to the school. We did a really quick fire round of introductions. Definitely forgot everyone's names. immediately. Then they took me out to a quick dinner, and they told me, you can't stay at your apartment tonight, so you're going to have to get a hotel.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I
okay.
remember that.
That day they told you?
Yes. Yeah.
And you had to pay for it?
Yeah, of course. It was
Wait,
like 9,000 yen, I think.
You had to pay for that?
Yeah, of course.
That's insane.
Oh, because the water probably wasn't turned on and the electricity probably wasn't turned on.
There was nothing in there, no bed.
There was nothing in there.
Yeah. Well,
there was no curtains.
Honestly,
not even curtains, Ike.
Ike,
you couldn't even
my nice curtains.
You couldn't have left the curtains.
Nice curtains.
Come on.
Honestly, I was all game for it. I was ready to I was so tired I would have just slept on my luggage bag and just that was it. I was good with it.
How you'd be able to sleep through the lights of that pachinko parlor across the field from us? I have no idea.
The satellite, the horse racing.
Yeah, the horse racing.
Yeah.
Umamusume building.
But okay, Daytona, our
go
situations were very similar though, because I arrived. The only thing different is I think I arrived earlier in the day than you did. So they took me to lunch basically. And so that was my first meal in Japan, which was, besides my nasty bento boxes during my quarantine, but my first real meal. And then they did the same thing. They took me to school. But after that, they were like, hey, you have nothing, so let's go to the store with you, is what they did for me. So we immediately went to, what was it, Nitori? Yeah, Nitori. And I bought like a mattress and like a desk and some stuff and the lights as well. So I was able to sleep on my bed the first night, but I didn't have any of my sheets because I had sent those in the other luggage, which would arrive like 2 days later. Oh, yeah. So for the first, I think 2 nights, I literally was just like had like one tiny little blanket or something that I slept on.
Oh no! But I think I also kind of had a non-standard arrival because when I got there, I stepped off at the old crummy Kumamoto airport, and it was really hot. Of course, everyone's wearing their suits, and my tantosha and my predecessor were there to pick me up, and I was unsure, if that was normal or not. I was actually, they had a sign with my name on it, and my tantosha was there. She's like, "Oh, hello, like nice to meet you," and my predecessor was like, "Hi, I'm actually your predecessor." And I'm like, You're the one who I'm giving the money to for the car and everything? And he's like, yeah.
I'm sorry, man. Sam is trying to sneak out and it's killing me.
Can we get Sam on camera?
Just leave.
Just walk. Just
is
walk
she trying to
like
open
a
the door?
normal person. No,
Okay,
she's just trying to sneak out. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
okay.
we went and had ramen, and then similar thing. Like did a tour of the school, and then went set up the bank. Went to City Hall, all the normal stuff. But it was interesting
to
have
the ramen in the pachinko parlor.
No, we didn't go to that one. We went to the.
I thought it was the one like right next to it or something.
We went to the horsepower ramen, which is different than the horse ramen. It's not the horse ramen.
Very different.
Very different. It's the horsepower ramen. It's not very good. I probably would have rather had the horse ramen.
I had a great tonkatsu like teishoku, like a fried pork and like stuff. That was so awesome. Good. So my first meal was amazing, but
I had zaru soba.
Oh, nice.
Well, you had it for dinner.
Yeah, for dinner.
Yeah.
Did they pay for your dinner?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I went out with we went out with a bunch of different senseis. It's very casual.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was very nice.
Speaking of first meals, I want to bring up one of my favorite stories. It's tale as old as time. Rowdy group of foreigners gets brought into Japan for Tokyo orientation, and they are going so wild. I mean, this happens every single year. Australians, the British, Americans, all mixed together, probably for the first time for a lot of them, all in a foreign country. They want to go out to the bars. They want to have fun. it's a really lax time. And although everybody's there for business, it's a job, they're still having a good time after the orientation, in between, day 1, day 2, and day 3 of orientation. I'm going to leave out names, but someone in technically Daytona's arrival group who arrived 2 months before him.
I'm glad you were going to tell the story because I was going to say it next. This is what you should never do, please.
You should not.
I will have fun guessing who this was in my head.
You probably know the story. You know the story. You have to. Because this person was in, like I said, in our town. He was hired by the city.
Board of Education.
The Board of Education in the city, not the prefecture. I mean, it's not a big deal, but just a warning of something that you shouldn't do. So they're out. They'd just gotten in at the airport, and actually picking them up, it's kind of a few cars. It's the leader of like the ALTs in the Board of Education, like their Tantosha, and then it's a lot of the ALTs who are helping them, acclimate. They're helping them get their groceries, or helping them move in. It's people who are already there, had been there for a few years, ALTs, helping out on this hot summer day. And they go to a restaurant after having just arrived, just landed. Everybody's meeting each other. Everybody's having this first impression kind of moment. Everyone's a little kind of trying to put their best foot forward. Well, this person, and I want to stress this, it's not really a fault on them completely, because the vibes and atmosphere could have seemed a lot like the crazy atmosphere of Tokyo orientation. This person, after having just met their Tantosha, their boss, and I even think their boss's boss, they're at lunch. Everybody's starting to order. Like, oh, I'll have a Coke. I'll have a water. This person orders a beer. Oh, no.
Definitely
oh, no. This
not
person
something you
That's a
should
choice.
do.
That's a choice.
at a lunch.
Because they have to go to work after as well. They have to go straight to work.
Technically on the clock. This is they're getting paid. They had been getting paid during orientation, and they are still, it's a work day on the clock getting paid.
And typically for the first meal, the school or Board of Education or whatever will actually pay for your first meal.
This was
typically what
also
happens.
a problem.
Yes.
Because having government workers
alcoholic, beverage.
order an alcoholic beverage on a work day, it doesn't look so good. So the beer gets to the table, and immediately I think the boss's boss sees it. And from what I heard, I wasn't there. This is only repeated information. They kind of made not like exactly a scene, but they're like, what is this? You can't order this. We need to send this back. And it was like, it turned into a whole thing. So
yeah, definitely something you should not do.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's a difference between the off clock after work, like nomikai, the drinking party, because then all the teachers are just trying to unwind. They're trying to party a little bit. But if it's your middle of the day lunch, that's not the time to be ordering,
It
turned out
lunch is not the vibe.
Yeah, it turned out to be kind of a funny thing at the end, I think. No harm done, because it's not like they were sitting there getting boozed up. I think it's a testament to how you should always put your best foot forward and think about those things.
Yeah, thinking ahead a few steps is usually a good idea.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's equally impressive to me that they were willing to do that, because I know when I first arrived, I was definitely trying to be like as professional as possible, and like I was overdressing for the situation, and I was like, being very polite to everyone I met, and like just like trying to lay low, right? Because we're already moving to a different country where we're probably not going to be speaking the language very well, right? And we're trying to get accustomed to the new like culture, and I feel like, you know, doing something like that is just not the best way to get started.
Definitely not.
But I mean, you live and you learn, right?
Yeah.
So
Daytona, I want to know if there are, or if there were any customs that it took you a while to get used to, or if there's any situation like that where it's you kind of had to learn on the spot, like, oh, I don't do this, or I shouldn't do this, or wow, that's different from what I expected.
How detailed do you want me to go?
Ooh, how detailed?
Well, I'm still getting I still get the culture shocks, of course.
Of course.
Initially when I got here, of course, there was all the obvious ones, like eating culture, manners, and all that. The shoe culture, which, I mean, I grew up watching anime, indulging Japan culture, so, you know, I knew some of the basics. Some of the more, like, mindsets, maybe, is a little thing to get used to. I think the biggest was, and this is maybe... get the children off the headset. That's all I'm going to say. So the biggest thing for me is within my first 2 weeks, I was walking through Tsutaya looking for manga, books to read, whatever. And I walked by a certain section of the bookstore that is maybe not inappropriate, or maybe not appropriate to have public visible. And that floored me a bit. Seeing something out of the corner of my eye. I don't want to say specifics. I don't know your limits here, but that is something I'm still getting used to. Just seeing casually around, no one bats an eye. Children are walking by, and I'm just in, I won't say awe, but just shock of that.
It was surprising.
I mean,
yes, that was probably one of the first, like, oh, okay, I need to rework my brain here. What am I seeing? And how am I going to react to this?
Well, some of the stores will have like an R-rated section where everything's, you know, like a black curtain and closed off, but some of the manga stores will not have that. And maybe there'll be like a sign or something that's like 18 plus, it'll say, but there's no like barriers or there's no like door you have to walk through or like guard or anything. Like you can just see, right? So
it is next to the children's books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was shocked, much like Daytona, about what's just out in the open. I mean, before, like some of the stores, Manga Soko was kind of notorious, had a very, very large private section in the back.
That one at least had like its own separate room.
Oh, yeah. A separate room, like completely, blocked off.
Yeah.
But it was very large. And it kind of makes you wonder, like, those things used to be popular in America. I've never been to a lion's den, but I see them on the side of the road. I drive through Iowa a lot, Daytona, and I know that there are some.
We have those.
I know you can on occasion there. Those are adult video stores, and I know those things exist in America, but just I don't know. It's like it's integrated into like the normal stores.
The daily,
the daily kind of routine. So you're like, wow, that's surprising to find as I'm just like browsing for records or like anything else at Manga Soko.
Even in just a konbini, you can
find
in a some things.
Yeah. No,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Be like wrapped up or something.
Yeah.
But there's always the clips in anime too, of like younger kids trying to like get to those books or whatever as well, because they are just right there. So.
Yeah, like in the convenience stores. I think they might have taken a step back. Like, I don't know. I think it used to be worse, or like more graphic content was able to be put on covers of magazines, and now it's not as graphic of content, but still there's some graphic stuff just at the convenience store next to the ATM or the printer that we talked about last week.
I mean, in a similar vein, I've told this story before, but very quickly, I was shocked at how big the Japanese karage were. So that was my culture shock from my first day.
This is not what I thought you were going to say.
Yeah, I was on a different train there.
Yeah.
I bought the wrong ticket.
You're talking about fried chicken.
Yeah, when I ordered my 10 karage and the lady looked at me like I had a third eye, like I was the most insane foreigner or person she's ever met. Because those karage are huge.
They're huge.
Like,
I tried
each
to
one's
make,
like a full chicken thigh.
I tried to make karage, and I failed spectacularly, just like at home one day because I was really craving it.
They looked good. I saw the picture.
The picture,
it looked good.
It looked better than it was, but it just wasn't as crispy, and it was like
In Japan or at home now?
At home. I need you to do, since you know the chicken shop guys better than me, I need you to DM them on Instagram and like be like, hey, I'm really nostalgic about karage, fried chicken. Do you have any tips on how I can make my recipe better? Because you can't ask for the recipe. They wouldn't give you the recipe flat out, but you can ask for tips.
But advice, of course.
They might. If I'm living in the U.S., they might. Who knows?
Look, I'm just saying the recipes, though, they have to be like well kept family secrets. Even if you had the
recipe, you could not like replicate it though.
It's chicken at that chicken shop, the one next to your school, and in the food trucks.
So
it was so good and so different than the other karage. Other ones gave me a headache because of the oil, but this was so good.
I don't know about you, Daytona, but I probably walked to that place about once a week. Maybe because all the other teachers at our school too, they would all bring the bento back as well from that shop.
I have good news. I have amazing news for you. So after the other jet left, I don't know if he's been mentioned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quinn.
Okay, just making sure.
You didn't listen to the Quinn episode?
I am a busy guy. So anyways, so yes, of course, Quinn was here when I got here. He taught me everything, blah, blah, blah. Taught me about the chicken shop, we'll call it.
Quinn taught me everything too, so we had that in common as well.
Yeah. Good guy. But back to the chicken, the more important stuff, the chicken shop.
Yeah.
So yes, we, of course, walked there a lot. Yeah. And after he left to go do greener pastures or whatever you want to say, they started serving at the school. So now all I have to do is go put my name down and they hand deliver it to me.
That's
every day.
So nice.
Dude.
If I want.
That's actually
amazing.
A game changer.
Yes.
Wow.
You have all this unlimited access. You can get it whenever you want.
Every morning.
That's okay. Do they have that's the craziest part. Like you get a whole bin of rice, like a little salad, like three or four big pieces of karage chicken, like for $3.50.
Yes. I paid 500 yen for the green tea with Shohei Ohtani on it, and that is the same price, if not cheaper.
It
was cheaper.
See, I don't know if they could do this though, because when I would go to the actual shop, I would get not only the bento, but I would also get the furikake fries.
We don't have that. Yeah. You basically walk over. There's a bunch of different the students can order it too, so it's it's for everyone. You go over. You put there's like 8 different lists, all the different types of chicken.
That's really cool though.
Yanyom, nanban, spicy, all the different types. Yeah. Put your name down, and that's it. So yeah, you don't get to customize or get extras, but I'm not complaining.
No, that's awesome. I actually have to give a small rant about that chicken, though. Not necessarily the chicken, but my teacher's opinion of the chicken, because that yanyum is like a really popular like Korean like it's kind of like a sweet and what would you even call it? Like a sweet and spicy kind of sauce a little bit. Yeah. And so many of the teachers were like, one, they were too scared to order it because they thought it was going to be so spicy. And then I had to convince several of them to try it. And when they did, they still thought it was really spicy. And there is not like a capsaicin, a single point of capsaicin of Scoville units on this chicken. Like, I don't know. It makes me sad, right? Because that's my one like rant about Japanese food is where I'm going with this. Is like Korean food, Chinese food, Thai food, like all these other countries, they got like spicy. And Japanese people just got weak. I don't know what it is, but they cannot handle any level of heat whatsoever.
Japanese food got salty because
it did, yeah.
Soy sauce and miso. It's kind of that salt taste.
Yeah.
Ramen,
I mean, that's true.
Ramen flavor is literally just salt flavored.
Yeah. The MSG umami.
Yes.
Which isn't bad, but it's like I just miss a little bit of heat that I could be getting. So.
Their spicy is salty. That is like the same word. So,
or when you guys made ginger, when Ike, did you help out when we made gingerbread cookies for the elementary school kids?
That was the Board of Education.
Yeah.
That wasn't
the Christmas themed like winter English camp where they made
these kids had
cookies.
Never had gingerbread.
They were ginger cookies. And the kids bit into them thinking they were chocolate or something, and it was just a ginger snap cookie, which is really
good.
They're
like wiping it off their tongues,
crying,
and stuff,
saying
and
it's spicy.
They thought it was spicy. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Apparently, from what I heard, though, there was one girl who really liked it and like was eating a bunch of these cookies, and everyone else was like crying and like. Was like it. Eventually, the kids stopped even like trying them. I think after a few sessions.
Well, dude, now that girl's gonna get ostracized because she liked the cookies.
No,
you can't win.
It's so sad. But all right, so Daytona though, since I have this opportunity,
yeah, of course.
Did any of my students remember me?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
the older ones.
That's a little reassuring. I remember distinctly every once in a while my predecessor's name would come up and, they would like say a little bit about him or whatever. But I always wondered, since I like haven't been in contact with any of my teachers or any of the students or anything, that just if I was a forgotten entity, like just a flash in their memory that just, vanished. So I had to ask.
For a while, it was the same for me. They would bring you up. They'd be like, "Oh, Ike liked this and did this, played this, and all this." So I'm like, "Oh man, I hope they remember me a bit, or I hope they." No,
it's always trying to live up to the legacy,
I hope they replace those memories with me. No offense.
No, that's fair.
No, they still remember you. There's still your poster is still up in the English room. It's filling up.
I thought, that's good. I thought you were about to say my one English board that I made that was awful. It was so bad.
What was your English board?
I had to make one about like the weather, or like it was like July or something. This was like pretty soon before I left. I had never done an English board before, and one of the teachers like asked for it randomly, and I was like, I mean, sure, I guess. I'm not the most crafty guy in terms of artistic ability. And so I'm like with a marker, like writing things, and I had like some games on it and stuff. But I mean, I was just like gluing paper that like was cut very poorly and like had like not good coloring. And oh man, I'll have to find the picture. It was not great.
Well, they have never asked me to make an English board, so maybe they
were deterred after that. I feel like they put it like in the hallway, and a lot of the hallways in like Japanese schools have a lot of like air flow or like are not fully closed. And I think a big gust of wind like took it out one day as well.
Yeah, the weather. Wasn't it about weather?
Yeah, it was about the weather. So.
Your English board was so weak that it literally flew off.
It was very flimsy. There was not enough meat on that thing at all. But yeah, that's fun though, because I feel like it's always like that. You hear all these stories about like other, people, because we do, go through for a few years and stuff, and there's lots of transfers going on. But that's a little reassuring at least. So
yeah,
I'm glad you were able to pick up the baton.
the now, like I would say maybe the now second years still maybe remember you.
Okay,
and
that's good.
Fond memories.
Yeah, I know. As well, a lot of the teachers, since our school had 2 ALTs, which was a little unique, that the teachers would always call me Quinn as well, like at the start. So I would be there, and I mean, you've seen him on the episode. We look nothing alike, but they would really just be like, "Oh, Quinn Sensei," and then they would look at me and be like, Ike Sensei.
Yep. Yeah.
It's like
The same happens. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Do you get
Some
called
things
Ike
never
Still
Sensei?
happens. I have never been
Or-
called Ike.
Just Quinn Sensei.
I've been called some new names.
Okay.
We'll use
Yeah.
some monikers because I don't know how they feel about it.
Sure.
I've been called Tom is one of our other non-ALTs, but a native English speaker teacher.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Is he one of the
I've
IB
also-
teachers?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've also been called. We have so Quinn's replacement is a woman. Again, I'll use a moniker, and I've been called by her name as well. We'll call her Sally. So yeah, it does not matter. It's foreigner names. We will mess them up. I mess up their names too sometimes. Not so much anymore. They still do it.
It happens.
Whatever. Yeah, it happens. It's not our language. It hurts.
Yeah.
Or it's hard. It's hard.
We're just filling that space, you know?
Yeah.
And it's interchangeable about who's filling the space.
Yeah.
So they could call us ALT Sensei for all we care, I guess, and it would be sufficient.
Yes.
It's like how
honest.
English is just Gaikokugo to them.
It all sounds
Yeah.
kind of mixed together the same, you know.
Yeah.
But it's good to hear, my school's thriving,
Yeah,
hopefully.
still doing good. We're picking up the curriculum, leveling up the Matthew mentioned it. Yeah, the IB program.
Yeah, that's really cool. Because that was, I know, one of the things that I preferred about our school than some of the others is since a lot of the students actually really wanted to learn English because they were much more advanced and like were trying to go to university and like use it in their future careers. Whereas
Absolutely.
I think for Matthew, right, a lot of his like agriculture and like mountain school. I mean, what were they? Matthew,
my kids.
Wait, how many schools were in Kumamoto Prefecture? Like 136?
Something
and
like that.
your school was like 135 ranked?
It's dead last.
Well, that's rude.
That
Why
was
do you have
dead
to- Why are we
last.
comparing?
That was dead last.
Actually, both of them, it was like last and second to last.
Yeah.
Of the three, the third one
the
is
three.
higher. The third one is
Yeah,
like
it's in the
middle.
middle. Yeah.
My kids just wanted to have fun, okay? And that's what I offered them. And I think we had a good time. I brought the guitar a few times. We played a lot of
You had
Pictionary.
Mushroom, Matthew's room.
I want to share those videos sometime, but
That would be fun.
they have so many like teachers and students in them that
Yeah.
it would just be impossible. My video series that I would play for the Sannenseis, the third years, where they were practicing some kind of like cultural custom or sometimes not really a grammar point, but like I would interview teachers and I would put on skits and like have the kids and other teachers perform in them. And it was really funny because I got to see the coworkers use their very little English that they know. It was
Including
fun.
an English teacher who still had very limited English, but
Yeah, including an English teacher with limited English.
If I may interject, just to
Please.
compliment Matthew. In my eyes, you are kind of like almost a pinnacle ALT. You're want to like create and
a
do things.
super ALT.
Yeah, not even when you're asked even. You know, usually it's I got asked to do things, but you just do things because you like it. I'm not sure. You may have set the bar too high for your your successor.
No.
He is just being asked to do like the same things that you were doing
no.
just casually.
Oh,
He says hi, by the way.
Oh, good. Okay.
Well, and some other words, but I don't. Those are a little too strong.
He can
For
say them to my
offline.
face. He
For
can say
offline.
them to my face.
Wow.
Yeah, I got really creative with my desk warming time, as we've covered over the 27 episodes of the Deskwarmers podcast. And stuff like I went out of my way to create a coffee corner in one of my schools.
Still there,
And-
apparently.
It is?
The sign is
That's
still there.
awesome.
That's so cool. It
That's
was
a really
Matthew's
cool
Coffee. I think I can share a picture of that if I remember to put it in.
Is it still branded Matthew's Coffee is the question.
I don't know.
Your successor
to
did
see.
have the joke of just putting a sticky note that said his name. Oh.
It's coffee. Is he making coffee?
He makes it for himself.
Oh,
I'm not sure if he is making coffee for everyone.
at the school though.
Yes.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
I know the pot. I know the coffee pot he's using. If he's making it for himself, then there's more to go around. So we're good. We're good. Yeah. You know, whatever you can do to pass the time is fine while desk warming. But if it can be then used to create content for the kids,
he does do a lot of creating. Your students are in good hands. Don't worry.
Good. Okay.
Nice.
I'm glad. Yokata, if I can say.
Very Yokata.
Very Yokata. Good. Daytona, I was going to ask you a question.
And?
I was going to ask you. Oh!
And?
I've got it. So, Daytona.
Yes.
When I was about to leave, I think towards the end of my career as an ALT, you had mentioned that you were looking to become an area leader.
Yes.
And then eventually maybe even had further aspirations for different types of leadership. And I was wondering if those goals still stand or if they have maybe moved around a little bit, or where do you currently stand in terms of your kind of ALT career?
Yeah, so my first year I kind of had like 3-ish goals for my 5 years on Jet. I want to use all my time here. One of them was to be area leader, then level that up to like prefectural advisor if that ever happened. Third was get an actual job that isn't short term. And the last one was, of course, like study Japanese, N1, whatever. Mostly, I guess, achieved and or still intact. I did become the area leader, and I'm actually the area leader again this year. So I'm a second year area leader.
Okay.
So we'll keep it up. Partnered with one of the new people from last year that I introduced here. So
good.
Feel good. Show her the ropes. And actually, I may have a job lined up at my school, and I will simply transition from Jet into a teaching role. So hopefully.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Can you elaborate a little on that?
Yeah, is that a new career opportunity? I'm so intrigued.
Best details I can give are it's for kind of the IB program.
Sure.
So our school is going through that whole process to get approved and all that. And the whole building is under construction because we need so many new classrooms and all this. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. It's crazy. We don't have to change our shoes anymore because it's construction. They don't care.
No way.
That's actually huge.
You're going to school in your actual shoes.
Yeah. Yep. It's crazy. But so with all that happening, I asked, because I was worried about I want to stay in Japan and teach and work and live. I asked one of the teachers I was close with about how employment and such, and he gave me some ideas about how to find work, especially through the IB program, because they're currently looking for so many teachers across Japan. Mm-hmm. But somehow, some way, he talked with some other teachers, the principal, vice principal, and they told me, hey, about your 4th, 5th year, when you're kind of going to transition out, we want to move you just right into teaching English full time as an actual kyoshi or whatnot.
Wow.
Actual teacher.
Wow, that's awesome.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah, very excited. Hopefully it all works out. You know, it's still a year or two out, but looking forward to it.
That would be so cool.
I remember when I was leaving, I was just like vaguely hearing the whispers about what was to come, because they were like, oh, we have this big plan to like hire all these like teachers and have all these like curriculum options and stuff. And it was still kind of, in the works when I was leaving. So it's good to hear that it's been progressing, I guess, as well.
It is progressing. Yes.
Does, I guess, what have you been doing then for your desk warming time? Because I know the third goal that you haven't gotten to yet is the Japanese N1. Is that still on the table? Is that something you're actively working towards?
I'm always working towards Japanese every day still since I've landed in Japan.
That's my goat.
Day.
That's my goat. Daytona studied more than anyone I know.
Studied more, but I am not too fast at progressing. But, we take it day by day. I don't.
Yeah.
Well, as for the listeners, don't worry. Just keep studying. You'll get there. It's some people who shoot up to N1 within a year or whatever, just ignore that. It's okay. Take your time.
Those people
Take
don't
your time.
exist. They're not real.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
That's
Anyways.
Daytona,
Deskwarming.
you,
Yeah.
Do you speak a lot of Japanese with your teachers then as well?
They tend to always use English.
Yeah,
Occasionally slip in
that
some
was
Japanese.
the hardest part for me too.
I think that is a slight, and again, I love my school. I wouldn't say this is a bad thing, but a slight disadvantage of maybe like prefectural schools or high school is just, at least at our school, the teachers do just speak English, and it's good English.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, but I try. I slip it in. I try to ask and talk and have some fun in it, and they understand. They know I study.
I think the most Japanese I used within the teachers was with the bread lady. Whenever
Yes.
I would
Yeah.
go to the bread stand, I think that was the time I used the most Japanese because, like you said, all of my English teachers that I would be around with the most would just default to English.
Of course, yeah.
90% of the time. But I know whenever I'd walk over to the bread lady, I would always try to speak in Japanese.
Yes. The bread
That was
lady
the
and
best
the
practice.
Yeah.
bread lady and the admissions office kind of is our Japanese zone. I'll call it.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's that because that exactly the same things applied to me. Although my the other English teachers were probably a little less fluent than at your school, but always the front office workers and the bread lady. It was always that was like my test for the day. Like I would test myself. And
I'm glad we all
practice
have a
with
bread
them.
lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every high school has or needs a bread lady,
Yeah.
I guess.
It's required.
I don't know if they
It's
has
required.
one.
It's
but yeah,
required. No. Daytona, I want to know quickly,
Yes.
and then we can get back to your desk warming. Did they build the plant? Is the plant there? And did all the workers come?
Honestly, I could not tell you much. It seems
Really?
just as normal as usual.
Because all the workers were going to come and bring all their kids, and the kids were going to go to the high schools. You
I
don't have
haven't noticed
an overflow of like population.
not
Kumamoto
noticed the surge.
Prefecture
Yeah.
viewers, and I think this is so interesting, won a bid for TSMC to build a chip plant. And no, that's not potato chips,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I thought when you first told me about this, I thought it was
A
potato
chip
chips.
plant.
It's microchips, a deal brokered by the U.S. government to build these Taiwanese microchips. And the plan was to bring all these Taiwanese families over to Japan and work at the TSMC plant, and all like the high school age kids who were going to travel with the families and live in these like new apartment buildings that they were building as well were going to be spread out all over the prefecture to go to various high schools. So that's like one of the reasons from like back from what I remember, like why they were so worried about installing like the IB program at a bunch of high schools in Japan, because I think in Taiwan or in New Taipei City, they have a lot of high schools with the IB program. So that was like my train of thought, and I wanted to ask that question. So you haven't noticed a bunch of new Taiwanese families?
Not so much. I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I have one,
Okay.
and he was already living here, but we have one, I think, Taiwanese student. It's ironically, he's fully fluent in English. He considers that his first language.
Yeah. Good.
But then born Japan, raised Taiwan, brought back to Japan, whatnot. So maybe that is, the first signs of it. He's a younger, like high school kid.
No, but it doesn't. It's not the influx of
That you were
new
expecting.
Not the
Japanese
massive
speakers.
influx that you're thinking.
Oh, it was gonna
Not
be so
yet.
cool.
Not yet.
Not yet, but they might not have started it yet.
They're coming.
Things take time, Matthew.
They're coming.
Anyway, Daytona, what
Yeah.
do you do when you're not studying at work?
Oh, right. So this year, actually, it's gotten very busy, I think, because of the IB program. Me and my other Sally, we'll call her Sally, we're very, very involved in the process. We help make the curriculum. We help make the grading rubric. We help make the material that students will use on testing, of course. More so than just like, oh, correct this for me or write me up like a sample paragraph. It's very involved so far. My last 2 years were less involved. Of course, we had things like check papers, write things up, do small stuff, help out with like English camp, of course. Yeah, besides studying, it's honestly working. Like there is just a lot to do. and I appreciate the work. Coming from a teaching background, it's nothing I haven't done already.
Sure.
So now it feels more of just a normal job than a special ALT. Oh, it's an exception. You won't do as much work because, you're just here for social and cultural, what do they say? Cultural advisor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel good to have a job and to
Do
I
what
currently
you're paid to do.
I currently don't have a job, guys, and I need
studying.
direction in my. No, I'm about ready to go back to school starting in a few weeks, but
Congratulations.
don't have a job, and it's killing me.
You'll be busy soon, Matthew.
I know, I'm gonna be
Content is your job.
so busy. Content is my job, and I'm not even good at getting things out on time. I'm looking forward to it, but I'll be very busy. Well, Daytona, it's really good that they're utilizing you to the fullest of their needs, and I'm sure you've been such a really good help to them.
We try.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of upgrades as well, because I think what you mentioned as your first kind of 2 years was more similar to what my tasks were.
Yep.
So it's good that they've expanded upon that as well. So definitely good improvements, it sounds like.
A lot more work, busier weeks. Look forward to the weekend more, but it's more rewarding than sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah. Than desk warming.
Yes. And you actually know what's going on in class and stuff.
Yeah, you can. If you're there to help make the curriculum and rubric, you can be so much more effective in the classroom.
Absolutely.
You're not getting jumped by okay, today we're turning to page 56. Goju Rokupeiji, and on Goju Rokupeiji there's a story about a rock climber girl, so you're gonna read that, and then the teacher expects you okay, Machi Sensei, you're gonna read them the story first, right? And I'm
sure,
I guess, if you want me to. We didn't talk about this before, Makoto Sensei.
Makoto Sensei.
He's the teacher in this analogy. I know he's our favorite bartender, but have you been back to see Makoto-san?
Of course, yeah.
Yes.
I just saw him. There was a festival last night, and we had just walked by him as he was going to work to open up.
Classic.
I am wearing the shirt. I am wearing the shirt.
You're wearing the shirt? Oh,
yes.
Man. I wish we had you on camera.
Well, I don't know why you had it stab me like that. That was
well,
rude.
no, I'm sorry. I know you don't have a camera, but I wish we could see if we were all wearing the T-shirt.
All right, Daytona, I have to ask, is one of our kind of, I mean, we can tell more stories, but since Matthew and I have been gone from our city, it sounds like you're already talking about a lot of these exciting changes maybe at your school, but how do you feel about the next wave of ALTs that are currently living there? Because I feel like our Matthew and I's generation, we were pretty close and we did a lot of activities together, but is it still kind of a similar atmosphere? I have to ask.
Honestly, I would say it's still a very close-knit, friendly, warm community. No one feels distant. I could call anyone up and talk to them and whatnot. So we had the new wave. We had a huge wave last year when after Matthew left. I think, what was it, 8 or 9 new people? So that was basically everything changed. Full
revamp.
yes, the entire atmosphere changed personality-wise. They're all so young. It's I feel so
freshly graduated.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I came in a year or two after graduating, but it's still, they are fresh 22, 23, but it feels like 10 years difference.
But they've got a lot of energy, and they say skibby Riz.
Maybe on occasion. But yeah, they are a great group. I do love hanging out with them. And we have a smaller group coming in. We only have a few leavers this year.
Yeah.
So we have about 4 new people. 2 came in on Wednesday. One will come in next week, I believe. And the last one, he's kind of like a late departure. He will come in at the end of August. So looking forward to it.
That's awesome. I do feel like there's big waves, right? Where it's groups kind of will stay together for a certain amount of years, and then like you mentioned, then like all of a sudden half of them are like, okay, it's our time to go, and then a new wave has to fill in. So,
All right, you get some new groups, kind of forming some new like kind of vibes between different people. Yeah, but it's nice. It's nice to see.
I was gonna say something, but it's no, I lost it.
I cut you
find it.
off. It's all
You can
my
find
fault.
No, it's
it's
good.
all my fault, Matthew.
What, you still have Jose?
Yes, Jose is still around. Love that guy. We've been hanging out
Best.
more and more.
Is it his 5th year now? It has
Yes,
to be, right?
he is
It
in
will
his
be.
5th year. Don't mention
Yeah.
it too much.
Aw.
We
It's
keep it in
either
the
of
corner.
you or him.
Well,
You don't want to think
we
about
keep it
that.
in the corner.
Yeah.
It's the elephant that's in the corner. It's there.
Yes, it is the.
It's in the room.
It's the dreadful elephant in the corner of the room.
Wow.
But
well-
he's still doing otherwise pretty good. Yeah,
Good. Jose's
he's
good.
our elder now.
Yeah, I want to have him back on just because I want to talk to him more.
Absolutely.
Let's see. I completely lost my train of thought. I can't believe you did that to me.
That's so rude.
It's all my fault. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it is. I do. Okay, I have another kind of fun thing to ask Daytona.
Let's have some fun.
Daytona, when I left, I didn't leave without a hole in my heart.
Go on.
Okay. And that hole in my heart at the time had about 13 or 14 leaves, and was planted in a black pot.
Yes.
When I left, I gave you my rubber tree
yes.
plant, and I'm
Yes.
wondering how Plant Coon is doing.
Let me just go open up the dungeon. Still doing good over there.
Still, okay. Can
You want me to count the leaves?
You don't have to do that now because I'm sure you've taken such good care of my plant that it's grown so many leaves. I just want you to take a
So
picture
many more
so I can
leaves.
include it in the podcast because I've been thinking about this plant. Not a day goes by that I don't think about this plant.
I do want to bring up, and it's not entirely my fault. I do water it. I try my best. I'm not a plant guy, but I'm doing my best. The apartment building has been under construction for about, it feels like 4 or 5 months now.
Really?
So there has been basically zero sunlight coming in
no.
for 5 months.
No. Wait, that's
But-
kind of depressing, though.
It is very depressing. I would just
Yeah.
leave the house because I'm like, I need sun.
Yeah. What are they doing?
That's awful.
Are they? Hold on. First of all, I'm very glad
yeah.
they're doing this construction because that
Oh my
apartment
gosh, our apartment was
that
looking
sucked.
rough.
It
It
looked.
was looking rough.
My mom came to visit me and she's like, "You live there?"
It looks like a prison. Like at certain angles, I
It
feel
does look like a prison. Are they just repainting it and cleaning the facade?
A whole lot of everything. They're redoing the verandas a bit. They kind of like I don't know what you call it even. I call it grout. That's not grout. Retextured the outside of the building. Of course,
whoa.
repainted it. Power washed everything down. Cut
Thank
up all
God.
the. I know, right?
Oh my gosh.
They need
all
to do
the
that
bush.
yearly.
All the extra trim it like the grass and like
Yeah.
bushes and stuff that were overgrown. They
Yeah.
trimmed those down.
Yeah.
Just a full kind of cleanup, really,
Good.
but still
Do
depressing.
you pay the trash man? the man that'll leave an invoice in your mailbox claiming he does things.
course he pays
Yes, we paid him. We actually have a new guy that collects. If it's the guy, if it's the one, same person, if it's the same thing or company, whatever it is, group that you're thinking about.
Well, mine wasn't even a company. Mine, I would just have to drop the money in a mailbox.
It was the dude who lives
okay,
at the end
same.
of the building.
Yes, same.
Yeah.
It's a new guy now. He actually works
Okay,
at
okay.
my school. He actually works at our school now.
Okay.
So I can talk to him in school and be like, "Hey, I'm going to give you the money later, blah blah blah, whatever." And it actually got raised this year.
No.
Surprise, yes, randomly.
How much is it?
42,000 yen.
Oh,
A month, right?
No. This is it's a one-time
one-time.
payment.
Wait. No, you're right. Because I think for ours was 35.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yes.
I think
like
it was
that.
35. But I don't know if you heard Daytona, but I'd never paid it.
You can do that?
I just didn't
Don't do
pay, and no one came back with another message or anything.
Maybe that's why they took all your stuff at the end.
No, that's not true. They literally, I came to nothing as well. I came to nothing as well. All that person did is he gets paid hundreds, thousands of dollars just to put out the trash bins. That's all he does.
I think it does go towards like a an association or something, maybe.
Yeah.
There was good.
It felt like a scam, is all I was going to say. It felt like a scam.
It felt really bad this year because the previous guy, which it was the one at least Matthew would have known, same guy maybe, for both of you. He collected, I asked the new guy about this. He collected the one-time payment at the end of the term and then turned it in for everyone. They have a year to collect it. It could be monthly, but they want to do it once. So we paid that maybe, what was that, February, right-ish?
Something like that.
Then, so it actually resets, January, February, March. It resets in like March, late March-ish. And the new guy collected it at the beginning. So I basically had to pay it twice within 1 month.
Oh
Wait,
my gosh.
that doesn't make any sense either, because what if you left early or something?
They would have to pay you what's remaining, I guess.
That's crazy.
Well, I don't think so, because if you know the residence tax for living in a place in Japan, you pay it at the first of the year.
That's
and
different,
it doesn't matter where you live. Like if you lived in Tokyo on the first of the year and on January 2nd you moved to Kumamoto, you would pay the Tokyo tax for living there on the first of the year for the whole year.
But this is just a neighbor taking the trash out. I don't think it's the same.
This is just a dude who's extorting me.
It's not the same level of governance as the
fee.
government.
You paid him out to be this ghoul who lives by himself in the corner of the building.
I mean, he did. Yes.
All he does is take money.
All I will say to wrap this topic up is, if he worked at my school, I think I probably would have paid him, because I could not handle like seeing him every day. Because I had no idea who this guy was, and because I was like, this is weird that he's just giving me this like invoice or whatever
in like bad English. Like, please.
It was weird.
It was okay English.
It was okay.
I didn't feel, up for it. But if I always said, hey, in my defense, I always said, if a second invoice came, I would have paid it, but it never came. So I don't know.
I think I probably paid the difference for you.
Yeah, maybe.
How dare you?
I never thought about it from that angle, Matthew.
You never thought about someone else.
That makes it so much less fun.
That makes me depressed now, but
I will be using this as evidence to sue you.
They'll never
I am now the landlord. I will collect the money.
The landlord's actually Daytona the whole time, and he was collecting evidence.
He was pre-collecting. Daytona, I have, from my side, a final request.
Of course.
These new ALTs that are coming into, our town, Matthew and I's town, and your town now. They need to know our stories, our mistakes. I think you just need to name drop, our podcast to them.
Please.
I think you need to say, hey, these guys lived in this city. You could learn from them, Mm-hmm. So that's my final request.
That's your final wish.
Yeah, that's the last thing I have to say.
You just want me to like, share, and subscribe.
Well, I mean, if you insist.
I've shared a few stories of the past.
That's good.
That's good. Yeah.
Do you still use the area guide that I made?
So I'll have you'll be so happy. Yes, I was going to send it out for these new ones, but our amazing, awesome other area leader, Quinn, yes, we have a second Quinn. She took the liberty and updated it. So it is fresh. It's updated. Dates are right. Places are new.
Good.
New stuff.
Nice.
I had nothing to do with it. That's all her. Awesome job.
Awesome. Good for Quinn.
I appreciate that a lot. But yes, and then we'll keep that up. We're keeping that up.
Spent a lot of time on that area guide.
Passing on the knowledge.
And we might be selfish to want that. But I think we're allowed
to be remembered.
We want to be remembered. I think like in life, you know, it passes by so quickly. You got to be remembered in some capacity.
Those 2 years were fast.
It's only 2 years, if you think about it.
You've only been
2 years for each of us. 2 years for each of us, and we only overlapped for like 1.
I know. It's crazy.
I think, Matthew, you've only been gone like, what, a year technically?
Not even.
Japan land?
I was supposed to be gone a year on the 26th, but if you've watched my Mount Fuji video, you would know that I stayed until the August 24th or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, you also stayed in my house, so I do remember you staying here.
Yeah, you remember the 2 weeks where I lived with you.
That was awesome. That was great.
It was pretty fun.
Wait, that's crazy. In 2 days, it would be 2 years for me. So
wow,
that's insane.
Oh. Natsukashi. Sabishi.
Well, Daytona, do you have any final shout-outs, words of wisdom to pass on? As Matthew and I have, tried to also pass on our memories, but...
Oh, gosh. That's a lot to put on me. I always say do good things, no matter where you are. Matthew, enjoy Iowa more, because you'll be around there.
Yeah.
Ike, also enjoy Iowa if you can, I guess. Yeah,
I'll try to go.
How dare you put me on the spot like this? No, for I guess listeners, just if you're going to the JET program, just relax. If you are going, you are accepted, and you're like, I'm doing it. Just enjoy it. Take it easy. I won't say the cursed words, but adapt. I'll say adapt to whatever you want, whatever you are handed. Adapt to it, and you'll do all right. It's a great time, perfect, amazing experience. Yeah, I mean, what else can I say that hasn't already been said in 27 episodes?
Well, you said it your way, so
yeah,
that's all that counts.
Well, it's great having you, Daytona, and amazing to meet you and hear about, the legacy that I've left, but also the great changes that have happened since then. So it sounds like our small town is really going in a good direction, and I'm happy for that. So
yeah, we'll keep going, and I'll have I hold nothing against you for leaving me nothing.
It was very unlucky, So
it happens.
I'm glad it wasn't personal.
Just a super quick thing: the Quinn's replacement. She also had nothing. So yes. I was able to be right here for her and just tell her, like, hey, what do you need? You need a car ride? What do you need? You need a fridge? Oh, get a fridge very soon, guys.
Yeah.
I got a fridge about 8 months after I got here, and it changed my life.
Oh, my.
I hauled that.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
That fridge was in my car.
Wow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. We've been the Deskwarmers. Peace out.
Bye-bye.